How are you? Hope you all are doing good, and so am I. Let's start with today's class. Students, if you take a straight tube and look through it to a burning candle, can you see the flame of the candle? Yes, you will be able to see through it. Now, if you bend that straight tube and look at the candle, now can you see the flame? No, you won't be able to see. Why does this thing happen? We will find answer to this question in today's class. Today we will study light and the formation of shadows. And we will cover topics: the propagation of light and reflection of light. The propagation of light means that light travels from the source in a straight line. Due to this property, light does not bend. The objects or material which emit light, meaning those which themselves are a source of light, are called luminous objects or materials. The intensity of light is determined by the extent to which objects emit light. For example, light emitted by an electric torch is more intense than that obtained from a candle. The objects or materials that are not source of light themselves are called non-luminous objects or materials. Some man-made objects or materials also emit light. These are called artificial sources of light. The sun is the main natural source of light. Other stars seen in the night sky, fireflies, some anglerfish, as well as honey, mushroom are natural sources of light. You may have seen in the afternoon rays of light entering through the slit in the door or small hole in the roof. As these rays of light from the slit or hole move towards the floor, the dust particles in their way are seen clearly. Due to these particles, the path of light becomes visible and we can see that their path is along the straight lines. Students, since the light travels in straight line, this is called the linear propagation of light. Now let us understand reflection of light. When a ray of light falls on any objects, that could be polished, smooth or shiny object, lights from that object bounces back those rays of light to our eyes, and this is known as reflection or reflection of light. This phenomena is what enables us to look at the world around us. How do we see any object? The rays of light falling on an object from a source of light are thrown back from the surface of that object. This is called reflection of light. We see the objects when the reflected rays reach our eyes. Students, do you know stars are luminous? Planets, satellites are non-luminous. Sunlight reflected from the surface of moon reaches us. That is how we can see the moon. We call this light moonlight. Let us see how light is reflected from three surfaces shown in this figure. When you see your face in mirror, the light reflected from your face falls on the mirror and gets reflected back again. Let us see how light is reflected from three surfaces. That is why you see the image in the mirror. Do you see your image in glass panes? You do, although it is somewhat faint. No image will be seen at all on the wooden surface. You may have seen your image formed in the surface such as new steel dish, the glossy granite, cladding of wall and the still water in lake. You can see your image in these objects because they also reflect the light. Students, in this lesson we have studied the propagation of light and reflection of light. Now let us solve some MCQs. The first question is the objects or materials which emit light, meaning those which themselves are source of light, are called dash. And the options are option A, B, C or D. The correct answer is option B, luminous objects. That's all for this video. Thank you students. Bye. Happy learning.